Well, I mean, that's all good news, but it hasn't all been good news this week, especially not if your name's Neil Druckmann. So, much to our dismay and sadness, Neil Druckmann has stepped down as showrunner for The Last of Us for season 3. And I've got a little quote here from him. It says, "I made the difficult decision." I don't think you made that decision, Neil. To step away from my creative involvement in The Last of Us on HBO, with work completed on season 2, and what a banger of a season it was, Neil, and before any meaningful work starts on season 3, so that they can try and unfuck what I've done, now is the right time for me to transition my complete focus to Naughty Dog and its future projects, including writing and directing our exciting new game, The Intergalactic Heretic Space Profit Margin, along with my responsibilities as studio head and head of creative, and dickhead. So, yeah, what a sad thing. I mean, I'm sure it was entirely Neil's decision, and he wasn't asked to leave by HBO so that they could try and undo all of his work.
I mean, it's all speculation, but it just seems like, really, Neil? Because especially with some of the work that he does, you sometimes get the impression with a man like him, especially with the things he said, that it's like, oh, TV was an upgrade from games. He gets to be in a prestigious and respected format now. And then, the first season comes out, does pretty well. And he's like, ha, let's go. And then the second one comes out, crashes and burns, of course. And so now he's like, oh, shit. And they probably, someone's head had to roll for that, right? Like,
yep, they absolutely did.
The third season with Abby will totally be good. That'll get them back on track.
Yeah, they're so
Abby-focused season.
I'll be interested to see what they do in terms of trying to put this right. Like, can you pull this back somehow? Like, I don't know.
But the first season was probably always destined to do well because it does follow the beats of the first game, which did exceedingly well in itself. They did some creative license stuff to try and win some awards, and it worked because that's the way that they attempted that. But season 2 was always going to be the season where everybody was going to look at in terms of, are they going to follow the beats of the second game that failed miserably? Are they going to try and repair some of the damage, like keep Joel on for a lot longer and then let Joel take over the role of that? I can't even remember the Asian guy, the sperm donor, I
can't remember him either. What the hell was he?
Asian guy was sufficient.
Token Asian.
Eddie.
Why can't I not remember his name?
Jesse.
That was. I knew it started with a J.
Yeah, who just gets shot in the face,
But you knew everyone was going to check out after Joel was taken out. Like the same thing was going to happen. You were going to alienate everyone that loved him. So what were they going to do? Did they really think they were going to maintain?
Bella Ramsey. This fucking anomaly of humankind.
In breach of the Geneva Convention, of course, Drinker forced me to watch the entire season, and it was remarkable how they managed.
I apologize for nothing.
I know.
Rights violation.
They managed to keep all the worst, horrible shit from the game, and then add a bit of their own. It was just like, wow, you guys are impressive.
Yeah.
I think season 3 is going to be Abby led. That's going to be the main character season because we know it's the second half of the game where Duckman thought he was going to be an absolute living legend. And by the end of the game, everyone's going to go, oh my God, Neil.
You're such a
I thought I was going to hate Abby, but by the end of it, OMG, like, I don't know, like, maybe she's the bestest. Everyone's like, fuck that cow, why is she dead?
I know. I think I know how to fix this. I would straight up make Abby the hero and turn Ellie into a villain because she essentially is already. And just have Abby actually kill her at the end.
It was signed with by the end of season 3 as the zombies.
Yeah,
those guys have had it rough. They deserve to just have their chance.
Do you think there would actually be higher ratings if they brought back the 2 gay guys in the romance from episode 3 of the first season?
Just because they had better actors. Make out again and die again.
I'm surprised they're justifying the expense for a 3rd season, given that they know most people checked out.
This would be absolute insanity in any other context. The fact that if you remove any knowledge of The Last of Us as an IP and then you see this run out as a TV show, it's just a new TV show, zombie apocalypse, different kind of take, remix on it, blah, blah. Being like season 2, they're killing the most interesting character. They're turning the second most interesting character into a complete piece of shit asshole. And then the whole story's fucked. And it's like, by the 3rd season, nobody you even care about is left. And the whole thing is about some person. It's like, what psychotic decisions are these?
It's not like Game of Thrones,
The
with
history of
Sean
TV.
Bean.
There is somebody that can
there's ways
save
to
this
do
show.
stuff like that. Yeah,
There is somebody that can save this show. Season 3, Abby's like, I'm going to go do all the things. And then this hero steps in front of her, pushes her to one side, and says, I, Fat Geralt, got this. And it's just a season on Fat Geralt going around just massacring zombies.
Just slamming people into garage doors.
Yeah, punching
that's a
fucking
signature
little
move.
kids.
You got to sparingly
Yeah.
use that, okay? That's like a season finale and mid-season finale sort of thing. Got to build up to it.
The thing
What
is,
about
right,
the,
I know they'll never do him justice, and like, because they know he's like this like super popular meme that everyone kind of loves, and so if they put him in the show, everyone will be rooting for him. Of course they will. It's Fat Geralt. He looks awesome. Yeah, there's a good point here. When has a showrunner left their successful show between seasons? Probably never.
Yeah.
Well, it never happens without a bit of like, wait, what happened? And they're like, everything is fine. I left of my own accord. Like, I see.
Fine.
I have a video game to make that's totally not going to flop also because I'm going to make the same mistakes.
The thing is, right, I get the impression at a company like Naughty Dog, Neil Druckmann is essentially treated like a god. You know, like everyone's either in awe of him or terrified of him. And so like everything he says will be taken as gospel. Every decision will be implemented. Nothing will ever get questioned. And there's really there's no repercussions for any, mistakes or failures or whatever. Even the backlash to Last of Us Part 2, the game, would probably just be hand waved away as like, oh, it's just bigots and haters and stuff. We don't have to care about what they say because, we're on the right side. Yeah. But when you get into the world of network TV, it's a bit of a different ballgame because they expect results. And if your show absolutely tanks in season 2, the ratings are down and everyone fucking hates it, you're going to be held accountable because you don't have that political capital in the TV business that you have in the video game business. And there you go. As you said, Motor, heads were going to have to roll for this. Someone was going to have to be the scapegoat. And of course it's going to be him because he's fucking...
the head should be crashing down the fucking staircase with this one because it's like, oh man, what did you guys do for season 2? And then they broadly explain it to the bean counter people or the suits in the boardroom and they'd be like, that sounds awful. Why would you do that? And it's like, well, we did it in the game. And it's like, oh, and how was that received?
Awful.
I don't think that's relevant. We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah. Just don't worry about it.
Different market, man.
Is it possible they do a super stripped down third season with Abby and try to make her likable and save on budget? Because how the hell are they justifying these expenses? I don't get it. They're poor over there right now.
Yeah, you could save money just by having her walk through like deserted fucking streets and stuff. Yeah, forest. Or just like underground parking lots and stuff. Like, stuff that doesn't need much set dressing. Is there going to be any zombies? Nah, it's just don't worry
I'm
about
not
that.
too familiar with this IP, so what's the deal with the baby that Ellie was going to be the dad of?
nothing really happens with the baby. It's quite in the game. It's even funnier.
Yeah,
because it's Dana, isn't it? Dana.
Yeah.
They go through all of these shenanigans with the zombies, and Ellie gets bit right in front of her. And instead of Dana going, "Oh my God, how have you not turned, or are you going to turn, or anything like that?" She just goes, "By the way, I'm pregnant. I'm just going to sit on this sofa for 20 hours of the game now."
I thought you were saying, and then it's like, well, then it's like, let's fuck.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's in the TV show. Sorry.
Then. Yeah. Oh, that was
well,
gross,
on
man.
my stream, we went through a thing of trying to rank the all-time bangers, and our first line of dialogue was, I think it was something a male presenting Time Lord will never understand from Doctor Who, followed by then we had then we had Get Away From Her, You Bitch from Alien Romulus. And then we had Be Careful to Keep Your Feet Beneath You. It's a long way to the bottom if you walk on water from Rings of Power. And then we decided we slotted this one in at fourth. I'm going to be a dad. So that's our ranking we've got at the moment.
I don't know how the fuck you ranked those.
It was iconic.
They're all just so awful. They're all champions in my eyes.
Yeah,
they all deserve recognition. Yeah, when I said it was funny, I thought you were talking about what happens next, right? Like that they go back to that
the field, the house next to the fields or whatever, and you got Tommy is just ruined and depressed. Ellie's depressed. Dina and them are raising that baby, and then Ellie's like, right, I'm gonna go on my revenge quest. She's like, if you do, I'll leave you. And they're just like, okay.
Yeah. Bye then.
Like goes and does it, gets
Some
her fingers
dad she
bitten
is.
off, and then she's like comes back. She's like, I'm alone. Okay, well there we go. It's like
Comes back and she
Masters
can't play
2,
guitar
yay.
anymore. Oh, I've had my fingers bitten off. I can't play
I
my
think
guitar. Oh.
It would be safe to describe that whole sequence as the 7th act in that game, where you just
Oh, just yeah.
just die. Like, it's just so
Act
annoying.
12.
I described that game as a misery simulator, and I stand by
Yes.
that description. It is just horrible misery porn.
You fucking made me play it, you twat.
I'm noticing a theme.
I did, yeah. And again, and for that, I don't apologize.
You rushed to beat it in time for the stream, and you beat it like at the last second.
I
before
think
jumping on the
I think what? An
We
hour
were
before
going-
the
we were
stream
going
or
live.
38 minutes. Yeah.
full PTSD and still.
we were going
decompressing.
live that
Yeah.
night, right? And Az
Yes,
was messaging
yes.
me like, I'm at this point, right? How much fucking further is it till the end? I'm like, stay strong, buddy. You'll get there.
Stay strong.